Good late morning, everyone. Welcome back from the breakout sessions. My name is Mel Ochoa. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Landmark Ventures. Thank you so much for attending the summit. We are extremely grateful you're here. We love everyone in the room connecting, networking, and thinking about all the solutions that are possible throughout the world, both here and in special places in other countries. So our session is on community. There you go. Community. Sorry about that. I'm in operations. I don't know how to spell, okay? Jeez. Community. There you go. Windows. We'll go back to it in a second. But I'm going to take a special angle on community. I'm actually going to talk about love. Isn't that sweet? I'm such a sensitive guy. So I looked up community and love, and I found a French philosopher. I know the French philosopher, but I don't know how to pronounce his name. French philosophers are always talking about love. He said, "It is a construction, a life that is being made, no longer from the perspective of one, but from the perspective of two." Ah. Can I hear just a one large ah from everybody? Ah, isn't that nice? And as I read that, I thought, that's exactly what we're doing here at the Social Innovation Summit. We are making sure that a lot of these problems, issues, are being approached with solutions, not from you as an individual, but by meeting the person next to you, or by meeting the person out in the hallway, or at the coffee table, so that you can look at these solutions from the perspective of two. So we have networking. We have decision makers in the room, all thinking about these solutions from the perspective of two people rather than one. And who is in our community? We have one person from Singapore. We have one person from Egypt. We have 14 people from Illinois, great state of Illinois. We have about a good balanced mix of for-profit, nonprofit, and funders. We have about 300 people interested in STEM and education. We have about an equal amount interested in sustainability and environment. And according to the registration, we have 0 people interested in listening to Mel Ochoa speak. So I think the registration is, the system is broken. Getting back to love, though. Of all people, Martin Luther King Jr. wrote an essay about love. It's called An Experiment in Love. It was about 5 years before his letters from a Birmingham jail. And in the essay, he wrote about the pillars of nonviolent resistance. And one of the pillars was love. And in the sense that, and let me read his quote, "Nonviolent resistance avoids not only external physical violence, but also internal violence of spirit. So one should seek not his own good, but the good of his neighbors. You should love oppressors in the sense of understanding and redemptive goodwill. And love springs from the need of the other person." So at the time he wrote this, a lot was going on in our country, and the one thing he focused on was love. And when he looked at his oppressors, the one thing he said was, give them a hug. Such a difficult thing to do. And in this essay, he used the term agape. Does anyone know what that term means? Agape. Our camera person knows what the term means. Great. So we'll pull out our ancient Greek history book, and there are actually 3 types of love. There's eros, philia, and agape. So eros is the passionate love. Ooh la la. Philia is the friendship love. So my best friend, you're my friend, etc. And then agape is an understanding and redemptive goodwill, a selfless love, a love that is committed to the well-being of others. And so as you think of the word community, it's all about that agape love, the well-being, the thoughtfulness of your neighbor, of someone else, rather than yourself. And so Dr. King writes again, Agape means understanding, redeeming goodwill for all men. It is a love in which the individual seeks not his own good, but the good of his neighbor. Agape makes no distinction between friends and enemy. It is directed toward both. It is a willingness to go to any length to restore community. It is a willingness to forgive, not 7 times, but 70 times 7 times, to restore community. I can only close the gap in a broken community by meeting hate with love. So this is the love we're talking about today as we think about the word community. Our speakers are talking about love. As we look at the newspapers today, there's a lot of love needed in the world, right? There's a lot of things going on that the people in this room and our friends need to solve. Even though we have a lot of problems out there, we definitely are better off than last year when we met together last November at the summit, and I think we'll be a lot better off next year when we meet in June at the summit, and again in November out here. And so our speakers are going to be talking about this community, but I think from the perspective of this agape love. They're building and restoring community very much in the sense of agape, selfless, for the good of others, focusing on the needs of the other person, and well-being. Globe 1, they're thinking about wealth creation, financial sustainability. International Medical Corps, they're thinking about new communities. Biddy, they're thinking about a well-nourished community. So let's get into the agape love, the community building with Globe 1.